Hi everyone, welcome into this week's bi-weekly CBS Fix. As always, I hope you had a wonderful week. This week's parsha is parsha Shoftim, and I'm a little stuck, so I'm going to need your help. So in this week's parsha, the Torah teaches about the laws of Aidim Zomimim, the plotting witnesses. Now, what is that? So the Torah has already told us that through witnesses, the entire Jewish court system is founded and grounded upon the testimony of witnesses. When two witnesses come to court and they testify towards something, they are believed. So now the Torah introduces us to the Aidim Zomimim, the plotting witnesses. For example, let's say Ralph and Max come into court and they say, Your Honor, we saw on Sunday, the February 4th in Chicago, we were there, we saw Sam kill Dan. So the court says, ooh, that's not good. Okay, Sam, sorry, you got to get killed. They take him out in the back and they kill him. Now, or they want to kill him. Now, before they kill him, two other people come into court and they say, wait, Your Honor. It's not true what Ralph and Max are saying, because Ralph and Max, you said it's on February 4th, you were with us in Los Angeles that day. So how can you say that you saw Sam kill Dan in Chicago? And so the law is, now that they were busted as being liars, so we do to these plotting witnesses, to Ralph and Max, what they had attempted to do. What did they attempt to do? They attempted to put Sam to death. And so therefore, they also get put to death. That's the law of Aidim Zomimim. However, there's another law. The law is that Ralph and Max only get put to death only if Sam has not yet been executed by the courts. If Sam was already executed by the courts, and then two witnesses come in and contradict them by saying, hey, you guys were with us, obviously your testimony is false, Ralph and Max do not get put to death. Now you might ask, hopefully you should ask, you will ask, you're thinking of asking, something's bothering you and you're asking, hold on, I don't understand something. If Ralph and Max are going to be put to death just for plotting to have somebody put to death, so certainly they should be put to death. If their plot actually worked, their entire scheme worked, and Sam actually died, they for sure should get killed. How come they're not getting killed? So to this, the answer is that Sifsei Chacham says it, and Raman explains it, but the Sifsei Chacham says, no, if Sam got killed, it's because Gavra Katala Kalit, they already killed a dead man walking. That means Sam was really obligated to get killed for another sin that he had done, and therefore, now that Sam actually died, Sam died for the right reasons. He was obviously obligated to die, and because it happened, it turned out like that. Therefore, it ultimately ended up being that Ralph and Max only put someone to death that was already obligated to be put to death. So now the Ramban explains, Nachmanides explains, he says this to mean that, one second, how come sometimes witnesses come before a person gets put to death and sometimes they come after? So he explains that Hashem is running the world. And if Hashem doesn't want Sam to die, then Hashem is going to cause the witnesses to come and contradict what Ralph and Max said before Sam gets put to death. But if Hashem causes the witnesses to come after they get put to death, after Sam gets put to death, then it comes out that really Sam was supposed to be put to death. So now I'm hoping that you're following along. If you're following along, this is my question. This is where I'm stuck. Ralph and Max said testimony. We're putting them to death. Why are we putting them to death? We're putting them because they plotted to do something wrong. They plotted to do something wrong. That means we're punishing them right now just for what they wanted. They desired to put them to death. They chose to put into motion a scenario which would thereby cause Sam to be put to death. We're not putting them to death because of an outcome, because the outcome didn't yet happen. We're ruling right now, the court is ruling right now that they're obligated to be put to death. So then what changed after Sam already got killed? Even if Sam already got killed, Ralph and Max should still be put to death because they still chose to put this all into motion and allow Sam to get killed. And so if that's what we're killing them for, as we know that that's what we're killing them for, because if Sam didn't die, they would get killed, and which clearly states that they're getting killed because of a choice that they made. They're plotting that they did to put Sam to death. So if that's the case, then even if Sam already dies, we should still put them to death because they chose to do the wrong thing, and we should kill them. Another simple example to keep it fast. If I kill somebody else, so the Torah says if A kills B, then A has to be put to death. Not because he killed B. He's getting killed because A made the wrong choice. He chose to be wicked. So if he chose to be wicked, and that's why he's getting put to death. So too over here, why are they not getting killed if Sam already died? I do have an answer. It's not completely thought out. You're going to have to call me, 732-556-7576 if you do want the answer. But I want you to think about it. Give me a better answer. Thank you for listening. Have an amazing Shabbos.